Hi guys, and welcome to this video where we are going to look at one of the most important techniques that you are ever gonna learn in watercolor, and that is brush control. I'm gonna teach you how to hold your brush and use it to create straight lines, curvy lines, and all kinds of lines. So let's start out with the straight lines. And make sure to subscribe. I'm just gonna say it now, I'm gonna say it later again. If you want to be notified when I post other videos. I'm posting a lot of narrated real-time videos here. Okay, straight lines. You can see I'm just holding my brush pretty tight and just laying my hand down on the paper to kind of guide the brush downwards. And this is a great exercise, and you can't do this often enough. Controlling your brush is really about exercising, really. You can't really run a marathon either if you haven't exercised. So you really have to just grab your brush and do these lines, even if it's a bit boring. Do it anyway, because it's so important. And while I'm doing these, I'm thinking that I'm doing it a little too little, because it is actually a little hard, and you want to be able to do this without straining your wrist too much. Make sure that these are so as straight as you can, and make sure they are not touching. Now for the second exercise, we're going to do a curvy pulsating line. You can see I'm just using the tip of my brush to begin with, and then just pushing down with the whole body of the brush here. And try to maybe let them vary like this, and make sure they're not touching. And use whatever colors you have you want to test. This can be a beautiful picture, and you can just as well have fun with some color while you're doing these exercises. Doesn't have to be boring. I'm both pushing down with the entire body of my brush, but also trying to tilt it a little, as you can see in some of these. So these are kind of uneven and on the side. Just trying to see how I can vary this brush stroke. But the important thing is that you vary between the tip of the brush and the body of the brush. And this is perfect if you want to paint leaves or strings of pearls, but you can use it for so many things. And it's just important to know how to control when you are varying from the tip to the body. This one is super simple. Just load your brush and hold it on the side like this, and use the whole body of the brush to do these lines. You can see how it gets darker in the beginning, and then you just kind of lose the paint as you go along. This is a beautiful brush stroke, and you can use it for so many things. It's a good thing to vary, and also because you want to see what your brush can actually do. Also try this with different types of brushes. I'm sure you have a lot of them laying around. Now for my favorite brush stroke, and this is just random twisting of the brush, and you can see how this creates some beautiful leaves. Just starting with the tip and just twisting it. Just twisting. Just using some browns here. And you can see I'm just twisting the other way. Twisting, and you can create some really beautiful organic shapes with this brush stroke. And it's a little bit hard to control, so I recommend you are trying this a lot. Watch this in a slower pace and just practice. Now we can use the brush as a stamp. This is one of the easiest ones, I think. You just load your brush and tilt it to the side, and now you can just use it as a stamp. Just put it down on the paper and leave a mark. And then you can of course vary the angle of the stamp here, but it's still just dabbing the brush down on the paper, just using the bristles to make a mark. And this is perfect for foliage and trees and stuff like that, texture and anything that just needs something else. Perfect. The last one I'm gonna talk about is dry brushing. You all know this, but I want to show it anyway. I'm just loading my brush with paper, with paint, and just dragging it across the paper here. I'm not putting too much water on my brush, otherwise I would have to move it across the paper a lot before the water and pigment was enough out of my brush to be able to do this dry brush effect. But I'm loading my semi-dry brush with paint and just dragging it across the paper and creating this beautiful dry brush effect. Use this for sunsets or something like that. It's perfect to create sparkle in the water, or just use it for creating texture on rocks or something like that. I love this effect. It's beautiful. And if you want to see it used in different projects, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you'll see a lot of different videos there. Here's the 6 exercises that you can do when you are bored and want to get practicing your brush strokes. Straight lines, curvy lines, lines on the side, twisted lines, stamp lines, and brush strokes. And that is it for this video. Make sure to subscribe and find more real-time videos on Patreon. Thank you for watching.